Do you love the Tabernacle Choir? This year, the choir's music is everywhere you are. Listen to your favorite choir songs and music and the spoken word anytime you want on Alexa by simply enabling the skill.
Alexa, play the Tabernacle Choir.
Now playing the Tabernacle Choir.
You can also download the Tabernacle Choir app, subscribe to the choir on YouTube, listen on Spotify, and have access to all their wonderful music. Happy listening.
Hey, it's Brother 1 and Brother 2 from Two Brothers Mattress. You'll spend 33% of this year on your mattress. That's almost 3,000 hours. Start sleeping comfortably now on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress.
Visit one of our 5 stores or twobrothersmattress.com.
With our lowest price guarantee
and our 100-night trial,
your locally owned Two Brothers mattress is your #1 choice for Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Visit one of our 5 stores or twobrothersmattress.com.
twobrothersmattress.com.
Welcome to the KSL Home Show. Brought to you by Osmond Designs. We open the doors for local home buyers and sellers with a fast-moving show about Utah real estate and home design. Here's Heather Osmond and Lindsay Ertz on KSL News Radio 102.7 FM and 1160 AM.
Welcome on into the Home Show today. Thank you for joining us. Every Saturday, you get to gather with Heather Osmond, who owns Osmond Designs in Lehi and Orem. And Heather, I love hearing from your guests. I love learning all about Utah's real estate market, the ins and the outs. I love learning about interior design with you. And today is going to be no different.
It is going to be such a great show. Good morning, Lindsay. Good morning, all of our KSL friends. We love being with you every Saturday morning to talk about all things real estate, and this economy is hot. It just continues to amaze us. We're so happy about that. It's Memorial Day weekend. It is a huge weekend for furniture sales. If you are in the market for furniture, make sure you stop by our Lehi and our Orem Osmond Design stores. Everything in both stores is an additional 10% off the lowest mark price. And no one beats our prices on anything that we sell. So we have, higher end designer furniture. We have lower end model home furniture is what I call it. And we have everything in between. So make sure you check that out. Today, I'm super excited to welcome back Drew Armstrong and Matthew Flinders. They are 2 of the best real estate agents in all of Utah. How's it going, you guys?
It's going great.
So Armstrong good. And Flinders.
Lindsay has a jingle down.
The jingle.
I know.
I really need to put it on a hotkey so I can just play it.
Right. There we go.
But I shouldn't be the one singing it.
You're so cute. If you've listened to this show before, you probably have laughed with us, with Drew and Matthew. We've had some of the real estate bloopers stories.
So many bloopers.
Some of those maybe shouldn't have aired, but they did anyway.
We don't do bloopers.
Yeah, no bloopers.
Never happens to us.
The ins and outs of being a real estate agent for what, 25, 27 years? 28 years?
Yep.
You guys have seen some
old
stuff.
Dudes.
You are old, but you guys are still going strong.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're on we've got our second wind.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm still going strong. Drew's not quite as strong.
Well, I get paid half of whatever he makes, so I'm okay with that.
You guys are the dream team. When you hire one of you, you get both of you. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the real estate market nationally right now.
Well, nationally, obviously what they're trying to do is they're trying to slow things down a little bit, which is really weird. But inflation is driven to a large degree by real estate prices. If the price of your house has gone up by 50% in the last 2 years, as it has in Salt Lake, for example, and this has happened all across the country, then what you're going to require of your employer, if you want to be able to afford a house in that market, is more. And then the employer says, well, geez, I got to pay this guy, $30,000 more than I did 2 years ago to get him so he can pay for groceries. And we sell groceries, and so we got to raise our prices too. And so it kind of drives everything. And because of that, they're raising interest rates, but they're doing it on purpose. So as soon as the market reacts to it, they're like, okay, let's lay off a little bit. And I mean, it's interesting because we've seen a 2% increase in interest rates since January so far. And that being said, it's rolled back a little bit. So we went all the way up to 5%, maybe even 5.25% for a little bit. Now we're down to about About 5.625 is what I've been seeing, which is less than it was. Yeah. So what's happened is that the rates went all the way up, about 2 points up from the 3% range that we were at before, and they went all the way up to 5, maybe a little bit over 5%. Now it's down to about 4.625% is what I've been seeing. And so it's not as high as it was, but at the same time, when you look at in the last 2 years in the Salt Lake market, prices have gone up by 25% a year for 2 years in a row. So it's like 50% more than they were. And between that, so now our median house price in Salt Lake County is $630,000 for a single-family residence. If you include the condos and townhomes, it's about $530,000. And so if you look at that and you look at the interest rate differences, right now people are paying about probably on average $800 to $1,000 more for the same house that they were buying last spring, and you would think that that would really slow us down, which is their intent. It's the Fed's intent. But at the same time, our average time on the market is 5 days still in Salt Lake County. So it has slowed things down in a way. We don't have as many buyers coming out of the market right now, which is actually kind of a good time to buy because we're not getting 16 offers on every house like we did 3 months ago. So we're getting 2 or 3, and we've actually been able to negotiate people better prices because of that, because we're the only guys that are making an offer where it in a weird way, as soon as people start getting used to the rates being what they are, we see this happen every time that there's a dramatic shift in the market, whether it be COVID or we're old, the dot-com bubble bursting or September 11th. Or, there's been these things where people pull back. I mean, it was like months before we sold a house over $200,000 when September 11th happened. And whenever there's changes, then people are like, whoa, for a second as they get used to the change.
Okay, so this week, most of the kids in Utah have now graduated, right? All of those seniors, it's been graduation week. School's out. And all of those people that have been waiting to move because their kids are in school are now thinking, maybe I should move. We have the Parade of Homes coming up. That definitely always drives traffic. People look at what they could have and what they currently have, and sometimes that motivates people to either remodel or build or upsize or downsize.
Weather's nice,
right? Yes, all of those great things.
Memorial Day sales at the furniture store.
Yeah. They need a sectional, and their family room doesn't fit a sectional, so they buy a new house so they can accommodate,
10% off your lowest price.
Off of everything in our entire store. And the name of the game is it's in stock. You can bring your truck and trailer. You can pick it up today. You do not have to wait 9 months or 12 months for your sofa or your chairs or your sectional. You can come get it today.
Okay, people, go put the lawnmower away. It's time to go furniture shopping.
Go party.
I have one of our past clients that texts me every Saturday morning, like, hey, I heard you guys.
Oh, yeah, we were just there.
That's so great. Utah just continues to be as strong as ever in the real estate market. I think that we are trending higher with higher stats than even most of the other states in the country.
Right. We're a lot of people are saying we're still going to go up this year, probably about 8.5%. And what that means is we still have more than one buyer for most homes. Most homes are still getting more than one offer, although the timing has changed for that. We've seen that personally in the last 2 weeks where we've been helping buyers, and we show up and write an offer, and we're the only offer for 3 or 4 days, and sellers panic and they'll give you a better price because they're like, what? The market's changing.
Well, it's interesting how your strategy changes as the market fluctuates like that, because before, when you guys were writing offers, when you had really low interest rates, you were like, well, it's not always about price. It's about who can get in the house first, or how we can meet the seller's demands.
Yeah, at the same time, like I said, it's still 5 days on the market is your average time on the market, and that is the same as 1 year ago. Right. So 5 days on the market, still 5 days on the market, but perceptions and the way it works is a little different. I mean, a market in equilibrium will have 3 to 6 months worth of inventory that they have to work through to sell. So you'd look at how many houses are selling every month, and then you multiply that by 3 to 6, and that's equilibrium. We are a long ways from equilibrium still, but we were going up before the whole COVID boom happened and everything like that, because we have so much growth from within that we're trying to accommodate. And then we have people moving in from out of state too. But I mean, there are 10 states that got more people from California in the past few years than us.
Right.
So what's really driving us is people moving in from out of state. And on top of that, our own growth from within, being the youngest state in the country.
I agree.
By 5 years.
And I think a lot of these out-of-towners are actually coming to Utah for their second or their third home. A lot of the clients that I'm working with right now also have beach homes in Hawaii or in California or wherever. So again, Utah is a great place to be. The secret is out. If you are an investor, it's a great time to purchase in Utah right now. Matthew Flinders, Drew Armstrong. We'll be right back on the KSL Home Show.
It's the KSL Home Show, sponsored by Osmond Designs. If you like talking about Utah homes and real estate, then this is the place on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back into the Home Show today. Thank you for joining us. Heather Osmond here, of course, of Osmond Designs. Not only is she an interior design expert, but an expert in Utah's real estate market and housing market. And Heather, I think it's fair to say Utah's housing market is in transition.
It sure is, Lindsay. Welcome back to the KSL Home Show. We love doing this show with you every single week. Today we have Drew Armstrong and Matthew Flinders. They're back again. You guys are two of the all-time best real estate agents in the entire state of Utah. If you hire one of them, you get both of them for the same price. And you guys are just leading the tech part of real estate is how I would say it. Drew, you do these incredible drone footages, photos. I mean, you look at one of their listings and they definitely stand out.
Well, yeah. Drew's a photographer on top of being a real estate agent. And if you want to see some great photography, go to drewarmstrong.com. People often hire us because of the photography, and then we actually give people a nice picture.
That's like the name of the game. It's not just throwing it up on the MLS, your listing, that is. You really have to actually have some nice marketing behind your
Well, we were
selling.
talking about that on the way up, because if the market shifts a little bit, it's hard to be able to tell and differentiate which agent is doing a good job for you and which one's not, when the average time on the market's 5 days. If you can look at the negotiation and how well the agent does the negotiation for you, but see, consumers don't see that very well. And so that's the way we say, oh, well, we got this much more than asking price, or we saved you by doing this. But the consumers don't see that based on multiple listing service stats or something. But when the average time in the market is 30 days and yours is 15, then people see that. And we are talking about how it's, in a way, if the market would slow down that much, which it hasn't, and it probably won't yet, then we can actually show some statistics, and people get more excited about great pictures and good video and virtual tours and all that stuff, where it's almost seemed like an afterthought to even do them. It's like, well, we got to do them way before we put the house on the market, because the house is going to be gone in 3 days. And if you don't have everything completely ready the minute you put it on, then it didn't serve anything.
Yeah, you get all that ready before you sell.
Yeah. Well, and let's talk about that for a minute, because most people are in their family rooms, they're in their bedroom, they have their laptop, they're searching for homes. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times people won't even go in the home if it doesn't have a great online presence. And I think that's where both of you really shine, is that your homes do stand out. And there are preparations that need to be done before you put your home on the market. As an interior designer, staging is huge. Right. But there's other things too, curb appeal, weeding, just cleaning the windows, just general maintenance. And you guys are not shy about helping your sellers prepare their homes to sell, because you will get more money if you just do the simple maintenance things.
Right. On the way up, we were just texting one of our clients that we're getting ready to list their house on Thursday, and and send them a cleaner's number and a window washer number.
Cleaner. Mm-hmm.
And we're getting, Drew and I own 2 of the 3D cameras. So we can go in. We're very flexible. People often think, okay, I'll be ready on this day. And then, of course, they're not. And so, but we can work with them. And
yeah, because we do it ourselves instead of having somebody else. It's funny because we've, in the past, we've had other photographers work for us and stuff like that. And there are some really good ones. But you don't have the same kind of flexibility because you have an appointment and that's it. But our problem is we get working with one photographer that was pretty good and then he leaves and changes careers or whatever. And we finally, I'm just like, I love doing the photography. That's the fun part of the job for me. I'm going to do it myself. And I do a better than average. I mean,
a lot better than average, must I say?
Yeah. So,
and I've been the seller before, where I'm the person who has to take the dog and the microwave off the counter and the baby all at once every time there's a showing, and have the house clean all the time. So I feel the pain of sellers out there.
Well, and sometimes you just have to push things out of the way for the pictures, and then push them to the other side for the other picture, right? That's just living in Utah and having kids and animals and all of that good stuff. But
we've photoshopped things off of the kitchen counters and done things.
All the secret real estate tricks right here on the KSL Home Show.
Have you ever followed a toddler around trying to keep your house clean?
I'll tell you one thing we've done that is really funny. So we do these 3D tours, and we just did one where there's this family and there's this little rambunctious kid, and he was just following us around. And I said, "Hey, do you want to be in the tour?" And so we would hide him behind the couch, and he would stick his hand out behind the couch. And then he's like showing his grandma
Where's
and his
Waldo?
aunts. Right.
That's
like,
awesome.
Where's Waldo? And you could see where he was hiding in the different pictures.
But the tours are built one node at a time, and so he can be in almost every picture, but just like his foot or something
so
like
cute.
that.
So cute. Another thing I love about you guys is not only do you help your buyers and sellers, but you guys are personally in the market. You are investors. Mm-hmm. You guys are savvy. I know, Drew, you sit on some planning commissions and city councils, and I mean, the sky's the limit. You know what's going on in this real estate market, which I think is such a huge advantage against other agents that are some of your competitors.
Yes, I know how to read code.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, that's important. Sometimes it actually really is important. There was one that we sold last year where a divorce attorney we have a few that refer us all the time. And it was the divorce is sad, but he was like, wait a second, this appraisal seems way off. And it was a $800,000 appraisal on this house. We sold it for $1.6 million.
What?
So
who is the appraiser? That's terrible.
Well, the problem is, it took us an extra year to get it ready because the problem is you appraise this piece of land as a little farm, and it's worth different than if you see the ability for it to change zoning and become developable. And it was right on the edge of where the city was moving into that area, and so we changed the zoning and it became developable and doubled the money, doubled it. So
Drew went to lots of meetings and to make that happen.
I got paid about $6 an hour, but yeah,
welcome to the rest of our lives, okay?
Yeah.
Now that's a real estate agent that cares, right? They want to give you the best price that they can. You're listening to the KSL Home Show. We have Drew Armstrong and Matthew Flinders on the show. I'm Heather Osmond, the owner of Osmond Designs Furniture and Interior Design Stores. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the KSL Home Show. Brought to you by Osmond Designs. We open the doors for local home buyers and sellers with a fast-moving show about Utah real estate and home design. Here's Heather Osmond and Lindsay Ertz on KSL News Radio 102.7 FM and 1160 AM.
Welcome back into the Home Show. Thank you for joining us today. If you are just joining us, you can podcast this episode wherever you podcast. Just search for the KSL Home Show. You'll find every past episode there with Heather Osmond, who owns Osmond Designs in Lehigh and Orem. Orem and Heather. It's Super Bowl season for you. Parade of Home season in your world is really like the Super Bowl, isn't it?
It sure is. We are exhausted already, and the Parade of Homes has not even started. We're talking about the Utah Valley Parade of Homes this year. It is going to be a great year. Every year I always say, it's going to be the best year. Well, I'm thinking this year might be the best year. I don't know, you guys.
You're like The Bachelor every year, never before seen.
Best year. I think I just love what I do. I'm passionate about it, and there's always new and exciting things that get me excited and keep me coming back year after year. I am a title sponsor with Central Bank. We are sure excited and proud to partner with them on introducing the Parade of Homes to all of the public. Here in Utah, you'd be surprised to hear that we have one of the best Parade of Homes in the entire country. There are people from every state that come to the Utah Valley Parade of Homes.
Fly in to come to our Parade of Homes.
We really, really do.
And home builders associations, because this is sponsored by the Home Builders Association, send representatives to Utah to come to the Parade of Homes here to figure out how to do it.
Absolutely. The National Association of Home Builders actually has visited the Utah Valley Parade of Homes, and every single year at those corporate events, those big meetings that they have, they're always trying to pick the brain of the president to find out, what are you guys doing and how did you build this? What's great about the Parade of Homes is we usually have around 30 to 40 homes every single year in all different price points. So, some years we have $10 million homes. Other years we just have starter homes. So we just have something for everyone, which is great. And there's an assortment of styles and different things for every single person. Hopefully will be inspired by going to the parade. So don't be depressed when you go to the parade, Matthew. Drew, this is fun.
I get depressed because I can't afford any of that.
Don't be depressed. Come to the parade and find something that you can implement in your own home. That's the goal.
It's coming up soon. When is the Parade of Homes?
Yes, the Parade of Homes this year is June 9th through the 25th, and the homes are open Tuesday through Saturday. They are not open on Sundays or Mondays, but Tuesday through Saturday, 12 noon to 9 p.m., and tickets are on sale right now at both Osmond Design stores. The normal price for the tickets are $20 each, but the Utah Valley Parade of Homes, because we are title sponsor, has given us permission to sell them at $3 off per ticket. Plus, you're saving the $1 online convenience fee. So you're actually saving about $4 per ticket. Plus, you get free lanyards that have our logo. You can put them on your keys later. We have a bag. You can get your magazine. It's just super slick, fun. If you're buying multiple tickets, it really does add up.
Right. Yeah. Yep. I get a discount if I go down to the Association of Realtors, but I don't get a lanyard and a bag, and I can't see the store where all the magic happens.
All the bonus stuff, all the good stuff.
Well, you guys generally have sales that are in conjunction with the Parade of Homes as well, although this weekend's Memorial Day sale is going to be bigger. I'm glad to hear that it's not on Sunday because that's Father's Day, that first Father.
That is.
So at least we get a break for that. But I'm going to tell my kids, get me some tickets to the Parade of Homes for Father's Day.
That's seriously the best Father's Day present ever.
Because I can go with my wife, and we love going and looking. Although, because it gives us an idea of what trends are up and coming, and you would know trends better than about anybody. I remember 2 years ago, I went in it was like every other house had gold plumbing fixtures, right? It was like the Donald
brushed
Trump
gold
thing, I think.
Not your grandma's gold, not shiny gold, like brushed, updated gold.
Right.
Yeah.
But, okay, so let's ask you, because you are the person to ask, what are the trending things that you're seeing in Parade of Homes? Let's start with kitchens. What's different about kitchens than we've seen in years past? What have you seen changing?
Yeah, there are several things that are being updated in kitchens. Number one, everyone has loved white kitchen cabinets.
Still love them.
Which they still love, right? They're still very, very popular. Even when I'm designing people's homes, I would say about 90% of the people want their current kitchen painted white if it's not already white. Mm-hmm. But I'm seeing a huge shift, especially in the Midway, Park City area, that mountain modern. People are bringing wood back. It's getting warmer. It's getting cozier and just cleaner lines. They're getting rid of all the dental molding, They're getting rid of the raised panels on the doors. Everyone wants either a shaker or what they're calling a slab front, which is just a very flat melamine textured slab.
Wow.
And they're incredible,
Okay. Yeah.
super durable. You can get them in a million different colors, but walnuts are huge right now. Just that natural, beautiful walnut. I don't think walnut ever goes out of style, honestly. Quarter sawn oak is all the rage. White oak is very, very popular right now. Anything in those wood tones, it's just very durable. It's pretty. It's timeless. I think we're going to see a lot more of that here in Utah Valley.
Not alder, though, right?
Not alder. Alder, people are ripping alder out or they're painting it.
Yeah.
Filling in the knots.
Filling in the knots. Yeah, that rustic is going bye-bye. I think we just were so heavy in that for so long with that Tuscan old world trend that everyone wants anything but that. You know, the reds, the greens, the golds, and now it's definitely swinging more towards the blues, the greens. People want their home to feel like a spa, and they want it calm.
I've seen a lot of cabinets where kitchen cabinets are blue, like navy blues and kind of a, I don't even know what the color is. It's kind of a light green color.
Mm-hmm. Like a sage green or a moss green is really popular right now, especially in laundry rooms. People are a little edgier, you know, in some of those fun rooms. And I'm loving all of that.
Pattern tiles and stuff like that.
I think so. And I'm always a huge advocate of just staying with the Ralph Lauren color scheme. It's timeless. It never goes out of style. And what I mean by that is just the blacks, the whites, the grays, the browns, the navy blues, the whites, the creams. I mean,
red and green.
Never has that gone out of style. I mean, a little red and green, they're plaids, you know, sometimes go there. But
pops of color.
Yeah, but those are just timeless.
Not a red kitchen.
What about furniture trends? So what are you putting in the parade of homes? I know you do a lot of the parade homes every year.
Yes. So furniture trends, everything is comfortable. Everything is very relaxed. Yes. Guys are going to love this. I know Father's Day is just a couple weeks away. We have some great recliners.
I need a recliner.
Guys love recliners, those really cool leather ones, but they don't look ugly like a recliner that you'll see at the big box stores. So these are track arms, clean. So your wife will be happy. You'll be happy.
They're not the bubble chairs.
No bubble chairs allowed.
No judgment to anyone who has a bubble chair.
If you have a bubble chair, if you know what we're talking about, retire that chair and
Sorry
come
if you're
get
sitting
a new
in a
one.
bubble chair right now.
Come get a new updated one at Osmond Designs that your wife will love.
Give it to your kids. Give the bubble chair to your kids that are just starting out.
They'll
and
appreciate
trying to
it.
furnish their apartment.
You're doing some good to your kids. You're donating. It's a win-win for everyone.
There you go. Okay, so Father's Day is coming up. Tell me about trends in the home entertainment furnishings and that kind of area, because us dads, you know, I mean, that's kind of our thing.
That's kind of Drew's thing, too. You're all about those big, 90-inch big screen televisions? I don't know.
They didn't make an 8K TV in 90 inches. I had to get a 75.
Only a 75, yes. So back in the day, people used to love to have a huge wall of entertainment. So you'd have the console, and then you'd have the piers and the tower and the bridge. And it actually worked well in Utah because we have larger homes, but across the rest of the world, I don't know if that works so well in a lot of these other communities, but things are definitely becoming more simplified. So we're doing a lot of just sideboards and consoles, and then they have the televisions that anchor on top of that. One thing that's really unique at our store right now is we have this great new product. It's called Tip Knot, and it's a furniture anchor system. This anchor system actually is not your typical nuts and bolts in the bag on the backside of your sideboard, but it actually has tape on both sides of foam. And this is almost like an oversized command strip. So you can attach it to your new furniture piece, you can attach it to the wall, and then you're not having to drill into your wall and into your new furniture piece to
and it
save
comes
kids.
off easy, right?
It comes off easy. That's the best part. And there's no damage to your sheetrock. So here's a little plug for Tip Knot. Come and get those furniture anchors. They're $20
really
at our
cool.
store for a set of two.
No, that's great because with the, we've got these big, heavy TVs that you don't want tipping over, and you want a nice narrow cabinet that it can slide down into if you're going to put it in a cabinet or on top of a cabinet. And that's always been something that's kind of worried me. I've been anchoring my TV obviously to the wall, and then you put the piece of furniture underneath it,
right? And
it's not even resting on that. But everybody can't do that, especially if you're in a rental or something like that. So this is super. That's cool.
And
that's
it's
awesome.
brand new, just introduced. We're selling them at Osmond Designs. I'm not aware of any other store in all of Utah that is currently selling this product. So we're super proud of that. So not only do we have great stuff in stock, we have sectionals, we have beds, we have recliners for all you guys, we have entertainment consoles, we have accessories, we have the best candles, we have art, we have mirrors, bar stools, whatever you're looking for, rugs, pillows are one of my all-time favorites. If you want to change your room easily and quickly for a great price, come and buy some pillows. These are not your big box store pillows. These are down-filled pillows, so they will look great today. They will look great in a year, and in 5 years, they will not be Frisbees that you can throw all over your home. So come check those out.
And you've got safety gear.
And we have Tip Not Furniture Anchors. They're super great.
You can stop in and grab some when you grab your Parade of Homes tickets.
Right. Exactly. Perfect. Parade of Homes. We're super excited about that. There are just a few more things I want to give you a plug about those. Children 3 and under are free, so you do not need tickets for them. And you can walk through the home as many times as you want. So that ticket is great for 2 weeks. I mean, the money you're spending on a parade ticket, you'll spend that at a movie that lasts 2 hours. This is 2 weeks of entertainment.
No, that's great. I see a lot of moms that go through everything, and then they're like, okay, hubby, come back.
Let's go.
I want you to see these 3 houses, right? So
yes,
totally see that. And that's great because it's not like a one-time through. It's like, no, we need to, we're going to, our house is going to be influenced by this one. We got to go do this. So.
Exactly. And then there's also a virtual parade. So you can actually be sitting at your home. After you've toured homes, you can get back online and virtually tour each of these homes. We have so much more coming back right here on the KSL Home Show. We have Drew Armstrong, Matthew Flinders. I'm Heather Osmond, owner of the Osmond Designs Furniture and Interior Design Stores. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It's the KSL Home Show, sponsored by Osmond Designs. If you like talking about Utah homes and real estate, then this is the place on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back into the Home Show today. Thank you for joining us here with Heather Osmond, who owns Osmond Designs in Lehi and in Orem. Heather, people can go listen to this past episode, get all the tips for what the market is doing right now in Utah. We're in a kind of a transition period as the Fed raises interest rates, and we're seeing some of the trends shift out there, the buying habits, if you will, shift out there. Your guest today can talk not only about what's going on in the real estate market, but you also are an expert interior designer. So filling our homes with all the furniture is big for this weekend. There's a lot of sales happening for Memorial Day.
There sure are. And I just love making things look pretty. There's beauty all around, and that's what I am really passionate about. Real estate market in Utah is as hot as ever. It has not stopped. I think it's going to continue, which is fantastic. Not only do we have a strong residential market, but we also have a very strong commercial market. In fact, just yesterday I was talking to a commercial real estate agent who was mentioning that they are running out of warehouse space. And
industrial's gone.
We're looking for some industrial space right now. In fact, if anyone has some, call us. We need about 10 to 20,000 square feet of that, and we're listing a commercial office building this week.
That's incredible. And the price of the warehouse and industrial is almost to the office.
Yeah.
Right? Which is crazy.
Yep. I literally have one client right now who they're like, well, we could go get a tired old used office and use it as warehouse.
Right.
Right. I mean,
I agree.
Because it's almost the same price, which is nuts. You go into this tilt-up building that has a little bit of office in the front of it, and it costs the same as a carpeted, painted, nice HVAC setup. Obviously, you're not going to put table saws in there, but if you're storing stuff, they're seriously considering that at this point because it's just crazy.
There's some great deals. Being a real estate investor myself. My husband and I, we own some shopping centers, and they are leased. We have one building left in Saratoga Springs. It is the second floor of an office space, and that's it. And that was before it was even completed. This location is right off of Redwood Road, right across the street from the brand new Costco. And it tells you that there's just not a lot of that on the market right now, and people are just hungry for it.
There's not, and it's going quick. People put it out, and it gets picked up really, really fast.
Yeah, I had a turnover in commercial space that I've got on Main Street in Pleasant Grove, and we filled it in days. I mean, just gone, and had people fighting over it. So it's a little crazy. Still, the commercial market is a little crazy,
right? It's crazy, and then at the same time in the housing market, we're feeling a little bit of a lull, and people listening to this. A lot of our clients are asking us, are we in for a correction? What's happening? And this reminds us, because we've been through this many times, where something happens in the market and then buyers just kind of pull back just for a brief period of time. But there's this underlying demand that
pushes it right back to where it is.
Push it right back up. And so as people get used to these new interest rates, what I think is happening is right now is a great time to buy, a better time to buy than it's going to be in a couple of weeks, because I think those buyers will realize, oh, this is the new normal, and they're going to jump back in, and we'll actually see a little bit of a bump in prices when that happens. So it reminds me, I was helping a teacher. She was looking for a home, and COVID hit, and there was this, people were pulling back, and I said, don't pull back, buy right now. And she bought a brand new home in a situation where there weren't multiple offers, and then it just came roaring back, and then she's like, "Oh, Matthew, thank you so much."
And she made $50,000. Thank you to Matthew.
In months. In months.
I know, which is probably more than she could have made.
She was ready to drop out. Oh, this is too scary and crazy. And I said, no, go put it under contract. Just do it. And I talked about past lulls that we had in the market. And sure enough, that's what happened.
That's incredible. Even my own brother recently purchased a new home there in Highland, right by the Lone Peak High School. They just opened up a huge development, Ivory Homes, and some of the big builders are building there. And he made more money last year just having it under contract while they were building it. The prices just kept increasing. His salary working his full-time job. I mean, how cool is that? So proud of him. Scary.
Scary, right.
If you're not in the market, get in the market. Utah is hot, and the Parade of Homes is coming up. If you're looking to remodel your home, if you're looking for just some fun ideas to inspire you to make your home somewhere you love to be, check it out. We have tickets for sale at the Orem and the Lehigh Osmond Design Stores. They are $3 off per ticket. Plus, you save the $1 online convenience fee. Plus, you get free lanyards and a free bag to keep everything in, and a magazine. So check it out.
Don't forget those top knots.
Oh, and the tip knots.
Tip knots.
It's the furniture anchors. They're brand new, only at Osmond Designs. We're sure proud to help kids stay safe by not drilling into your sideboard and then drilling into your wall, because no one wants to do that. So come check out these two. Matthew Flinders, Drew Armstrong. I'm Heather Osmond. You're listening to the KSL Home Show. We'll be back next week.